Female genital mutilation, which is widespread in Sudan, has recently become outlawed. It is now punishable by 3 years in jail. At least 9 out of 10 women and girls between the ages of 15 through 49 have been reported to be living with the mutilation of their vagina. The course of action typically involves the partial or total removal of the female's genitalia and can cause several health problems. Luckily, the Sudanese government approved an amendment to its criminal legislation on the 22nd of April, implementing that anyone who performs the female genital mutilation procedure either inside a formal medical establishment or elsewhere will face 3 years imprisonment and a fine. Although many people that are involved in women's rights groups feel that it would be extremely strenuous to change certain viewpoints within the community that actually view the horrific procedure as necessary for their daughters to marry, feel like that going forth with the punishment could help end female genital mutilation. This practice in Sudan is ranked one of the highest globally. Faiza Mohammed, Africa's regional director for equality, stated, "It is now time to use punitive measures to ensure girls are protected from this torturous practice." It is believed that even though having a law against such a practice is important, Sudan may face problems in making everyone follow this order, simply because people will still view the practice as right or traditional, and they might not report cases or simply halt the act when they are certain that it is happening. Mohammed warned that many communities may look for ways to remain low-key, while officials who believe in the practice may not uphold the law. It is estimated that 200 million girls and women worldwide have been forced to go through with female genital mutilation, which is practiced in at least 27 African countries and parts of Asia and the Middle East. The outrageous effects of this practice is that girls can bleed to death or die from infections or have fatal childbirth complications later. Anti-FGM campaign group 28 Too Many reported that more than 3/4 of the procedures are performed by nurses, midwives, or other medical professionals. As if having the procedure done wasn't traumatic enough, in many cases most of the vaginal opening is sewn up after the removal of the external genitalia. A practice known as reinfibulation could lead to cysts, injury to the urethra, painful sex, and the inability to orgasm. Sudanese women are faced with several threats from child marriage to domestic violence and rape. Still, there are only very little policies in place to protect women and children. Sadly enough, marital rape and child marriage, for example, are considered normal. In April last year, women issues were able to gain greater audience following the main role women and girls played in a 9-month-long street protest, which ousted veteran autocrat Omar al-Bashir. The intermediate government has committed to prioritizing women's rights, and Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok has put women in cabinet positions of foreign affairs, youth, and sports, higher education, and labor and social development. The new rule repeated its Public Order Act, which severely restricted women's freedom of dress, movement, association, work, and study during Bashir's 3-decade rule. It included stopping women from wearing pants or leaving their hair uncovered in public or entertaining men other than their husbands or immediate relatives. The punishment for breaking such rules were flogging or being beaten repeatedly with a whip or a stick. Somali-born British campaigner Nimco Ali tweeted, "Sudan has truly entered a new era for girls' rights with criminalization of FGM. What an incredible day for my sisters and the future of Africa. Sudan, I'm proud of you. May Allah God give you and your people peace and democracy who have longed for. And thank you for placing the protection of women and girls at the heart of this new chapter," Nimco says. Wow, you guys, honestly, this was a very heartbreaking story, yet so many women of color is having this reality every day. Just to know that me being a young 23-year-old woman, if I had been born somewhere else, that so many people could see me being violated and not stop it and take up for me because they felt like it was okay is truly terrifying. Like, who would protect me? Who would be my voice? A lot of these women, don't have voices that are in other places. Women are not possessions or property. We deserve a say-so over our own bodies. A woman's body is her temple, and so many young women are getting theirs violated every day. I couldn't even imagine the amount of trauma and stress that these young girls and women have to endure every day of their lives. Well, this is all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and make sure you follow my social media accounts.